Before we get into the video, let me take a quick second to tell you about the newest main channel video. If you guys didn't know, this channel is a live channel where I primarily post live stream highlights so I can push out more content for whoever wants to view it. His name is Marc and he's the one to beat in every game. He's got the skills to compete. But the main channel is where I post the projects that I'm most proud of. This new video is an analysis of the concept behind the Demolition Lovers, which is followed through the course of 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, a rock album by My Chemical Romance. Check it out if you can, I'd greatly appreciate it. Link will be in the description and there'll be a card available in the corner as well. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program. Let's get into episode 2, man. I'm so into this. I'm so ready to watch every 74, all
In
74
the year 2000,
episodes on stream.
The Chandlers came back to their family home in Ruckersville, and in August, at the behest of his parents, Christian began attending Piedmont, Virginia Community College, where the highest level degree students could attain was an associate degree. Apart from study, he continued to develop his Pokemon website and added more cards to his wall of originals, creating cards representing, among others, his beloved Sonichu.
Let's go.
In
Sonic
October,
Chew.
he launched
There
Quick's
he is.
Sonichu site, a website devoted to his original character.
Sonic Chew
Over
and
the
Rose
course of
Chew.
the year, the Sonichu family grew. He created Sonny, Sonichu's pre-evolutionary form, and dedicated a trading card to him. He also gave Sonichu a female companion, Rose Chew, based on Amy Rose from the Sonic franchise. After high school, contact with his gal pals was lost, apart from Kelly. He claimed to have called her every weekend for about a year. For Christmas of that year, Christian made her a CD entitled Songs for Kelly as his gift. He incorporated a mini Sonichu into the artwork. Winter of 2000 is also
That's so
significant
nice, though.
for
That's so, like... It didn't state that he had, like, any ulterior motives, but, like, that's a nice gift, man. Like, I would love... Like, if I had a friend and they would make me something like that, like, just like a CD of them singing or, like, of, like, music that, like, they like, that's badass. That's a really nice gift. And, like... Of course, I don't know if he had any ulterior motives. Don't cancel
model
me.
magic
But
and acrylic paints.
It's cool.
Late 2000, I bought some Crayola model magic clay, and I molded
so
and
scared for
crafted
when
the
things
first
get, like,
original Sonichu
twisted or,
medallion
like,
that I
really
wore
messed up.
around my neck, with a
will
makeshift chain,
more than likely
which I later
happen soon.
replaced with a better
not gonna
necklace
happen
I
this
bought from
early,
Pacific
but-
Sunwear at my mall. He would rarely be seen without it. In August, Christian got a job at Wendy's.
I've seen this. Sonic Chew is just Super Saiyan Sonic Chew. Oh, you could say that, but Sonic Chew is like canonically, like, it's basically just Sonic and Pikachu put together. So Sonic's characteristics of being like hella fast, Pikachu's characteristic of being like lightning based or whatever. Put that together, you got Sonic Chew, and that's the creation. But I saw this clip when going through the CWC wiki. Man.
He was mostly in charge of cleaning trays, tables, and carpet tile flooring, keeping the place neat and serving the customers with kind, understanding help. Chris was fired from Wendy's in September or October 2001 for a number of possible reasons. One of the most popular motives for his dismissal was that he performed a Donald Duck impression to a child at the restaurant, bringing him to tears. In other accounts, he said that he was fired after he drew an unflattering caricature of an older female coworker. His termination was likely a culmination of these events. It was also around this time that Chris ended his weekly calls to Kelly. He gave conflicting reasons for this. He first stated that he suffered from noviophobia, a term he coined, which he defines as a fear of speaking to a woman who may already be in a relationship, which convinced him that his calls were in vain. Initially, Chris stated that he was told by his mother that Kelly most likely already had a boyfriend, so he might as well quit his attempts. But later, he changed his story, saying that he came to that realization all by himself. In other retellings, he said that he simply forgot to call her one weekend, and after he broke the routine, he didn't want to continue. On February 24th, 2003, Christian spent a tearful 21st birthday.
That's crazy. We're
For some
already
reason,
at 21.
he was kicked out of English.
They're like 40 right now. So we got through to 21 years old in like 2 episodes. There are 74. So you can imagine the amount of content there is on this guy. Man, that's insane.
Class
We're
by
like
his
halfway
male and
through their
possibly
life right
gay
now,
professor.
but not even halfway
Like
through the
many historical
documentary.
accounts
The
of his
amount
life,
crap
he
that
keeps
has
changing
come
the
out that
story.
has been documented.
First, he
It's
said that the
insane.
class was reading the book Wednesday's Child, which featured an autistic girl. He recounted that he told the professor that he was autistic as well, which resulted in a misunderstanding and Chris being forced to leave the class. Alternatively, he admitted to causing a disruption in class, writing in a report, exclamations you'd likely hear from a black person in church, which prompted his dismissal from the classroom.
Wow.
This ejection further
Wow.
increased his hate for men
Wow.
and gay men in general, and further convinced him of launching a pursuit to find true love. In order to meet whom he called a boyfriend-free girl, he launched
Here it
his
is, Love Quest!
However, finding that
Love
one
Quest,
special
here
person
it
in his
is.
life wasn't going to be easy. Christian didn't feel like he had the confidence to approach women on his own volition, due to the infinitely high boyfriend factor. This term refers to the very high probability.
Bro refers to like finding a boyfriend, or finding a girlfriend is like as like an RPG, a regular as like JRPG is what finding a girlfriend is to Chris. It's hilarious.
That any girl to whom he
Base as
spoke
hell, though. Base
already
as hell.
had a boyfriend, making it close to impossible to find his coveted boyfriend-free girl. By extension, every man who already had a girlfriend was thought of by Chris with seething loathing. With the infinitely high boyfriend factor, I'm not fond of about 99.9999999999996% of the total male population.
I gotta be a part of that point, like 0.0000001%. He's gotta be fond of me. He gotta be fond of me.
With a margin of error of the 4 billionth
I'm just
of a
different. I'm
percent
just
for
different.
about 100 men, of whom are okay acquaintances. Those doofs get all the luck, having a sweetheart to care for and to be cared from, getting
just
all
so
the hugs,
jealous.
kisses, and emotional
Based
support, and the security of a solid future without loneliness and with love and children. And besides that, my autism is not much help on the programming of my mind. Sigh. Oh, my life. To combat his reluctance to
man.
approach prospective females, he devised a way in which women would approach him instead. The attraction sign. Christian created what he called an attraction sign, which was much like a personals ad, but in public. 21 and single white male, shy, smart, young at heart, computer skilled, humorous, a great thinker and go-getter, natural salesperson,
Natural
enjoys
salesperson.
good parts of life, diplomatic, friendly, loves his family.
That's
peaceful.
hilarious. This is written as like a freaking what's the word? Am I looking at a resume? He put his resume up on the walls of the campus, just like looking for a white male. Looking for a girlfriend. Just the resume's up there. Like, this is crap that you put on a resume, man.
Very
Come on.
creative. He's lonely. Seeking a cute 18 to 21 single female companion. 18 to 21 years of age. Does not already have a boyfriend. Single. Average to slender weight body type. White. Lives in Charlottesville or Ruckersville area. Does not smoke or drink alcohol.
Bro, your
Happy,
standards are
positive
insane.
personality.
The
Average
standards
high
are
income.
insane. Average
Drives
to
the
high
vehicle.
income. No.
If any men read this huge sign, mind your own business. And to all men with girlfriends, except marrieds and blacks, go jump off the fence. Have a nice day. He would hang the sign up at the PVCC lobby and would stand or sit beside it in the hopes of attracting potential mates. Based on the attraction sign and later comments.
Hey, hear me up. I'm going to be real with you for a second. I'm going to be going to college soon. I will do this. And I will see if it works for me.
Just a couple
Base
of months
Chris,
into his
Base
love
Chris.
quest, Christian was met with an obstacle. Mary Lee Walsh, the Dean of Student Affairs, tore down his attraction sign and allegedly even tore it up in front of him.
No! No! L. Dean. L.
According to Chris, she yelled at him in a violent manner and said that his way of doing things would not get him a girlfriend. It is
How
likely
does she
Walsh
know
may
that?
have, in fact,
How does she
taken
know that
down
if
his
she
sign
didn't
and
even
told
let
him
him
that
try?
It was inappropriate, as his methods were akin to soliciting sex on campus. In any case, He was deeply disheartened by this event. It literally shattered my heart to almost nothing and murdered my soul. In response to this attack, Christian made another sign, which was quickly removed in a similar fashion. This was to be the beginning of Christian's make-believe conflict with Mary Lee Walsh that will haunt him for most of his adult life.
This was not a
As an act
make-believe.
of catharsis, Christian wrote a poem called Saddest
His
Heart
Tinder
in the
profile
World,
got banned
in
for
which he refers to
inappropriateness.
Walsh in the most unkind of light. Lonesome and sad, the mastermind is very bad. In efforts of getting a boyfriend-free gal, that female dog took my only idea for a fall. Heartbroken, sad, and very lonely, I may never remove my virginity. Their debut album. The band, which was led by Christian and also featured Sonic, 𝙳ዐսନ୍ନⅰ Shadow the Hedgehog, and Black 𝙳ዐսन्नⅰ, in fact only existed in Christian's head. The album entirely consisted of Christian singing melody-free vocals with original lyrics over existing songs being played in the background. His songs covered a range of topics, such as his search for love in So Need a Cute Girl, based on I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage.
Autism in 𝙳ዐսմ, sung over the Backstreet Boys' Larger Than Life.
AUTISM, what does it mean?
And his Spanish skills in the Ricky Martin adaptation La Cocina en la Casa de Casanova.
Estamos divertidos y bailamos con la música hay muchas chicas bonitas.
I'm going. This is an insane content idea, but imagine covering these songs with the same lyrics, but making them good. So cover these songs with the lyrics that like Chris has put up, but make it really good. Like just do the exact same album, but like make it really high production value and actually like intelligible. Like get the original instrumentals, but sing like with the lyrics and try to make things like rhyme and like sound good, like mixed well. That's content. That's a content idea. I'm telling you right now.
In October of 2003, Christian reunited with his childhood friend, Sarah, for her birthday. For the special occasion, he made her a present, a hand-drawn comic book detailing the complete history of their life together, entitled Chris plus Sarah's Life Shares. It is from this work of literature that the majority of their interactions with each other has come to be known, including Sarah's supposed childhood bullying, which then 21-year-old Chris completely neglects. Like most of his creative attempts, it is self-centered, bragging about his accomplishments concerning 𝙳ዐսन्नⅰ. He also talks about her personal life, including her relationship with her boyfriend. As of sometime before July 2000, Sarah has been living with her boyfriend, Wes Isley, a magician who does parties. He closes the book with hope for the future. A special note from Christian to Sarah: I hope that we can hang together sometime, but for now and forever, we will always be good friends. To return the sentiment, Sarah decided to spend Christmas with the Chandlers, which delighted Chris.
Nintendo.
On November 22nd, 2003,
Chris has a big heart,
Christian
man.
filmed a documentary of his
Like, all of this
activities
is, like,
in the
really-
game Animal Crossing
it's a
on the
respectable
Nintendo
gift, like, it's
GameCube,
thoughtful.
which he then sent to
All
Nintendo
of which,
for
like, I don't know, he could
consideration.
probably just be
Chris
thinking
narrates
boning, but
this
like,
hour-long
I don't
tour
know, it's a
of
thoughtful
two of
gift.
his self-made towns, Quickville and Quick City.
Oh yeah,
Since the documentary
he's the
features
first.
a video game player
He's the first
narrating
Let's
his
Player.
activities while playing a game, this possibly makes Chris
Woo!
the first ever
The first Let's
in
Player,
the modern
Chris Chan.
understanding of the word.
Hello, Nintendo. Welcome to my Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. I am your host. My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I live in Ruckersville, Virginia. And I is 21 years old. And I play because I'm young at heart. So anyway, we're going to take a tour of my city.
Like everything he produces, it includes 𝙳ዐսन्नⅰ.
So anyway, stepping out is my character, 𝙳ዐսन्नⅰ. He's wearing the clothes with the character on it.
He previews the in-game diary that he keeps.
As for a monthly journal entry here in November,
Oh my god. Oh
yeah,
my
I tried to get a
god.
girlfriend because I don't have a girlfriend. But I have made up a poem. Let you guys read it.
Oh my god.
Alright? Scroll down a little bit as we go along.
Oh my
It's a
god.
very good poem because I am an artist as well as a poet. I like to rhyme every time.
he
I'm an
proceeds to give
artist
a
as
tour
well as
of
a
his
poet.
bedroom.
This is my bedroom. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? Because I like to make things fun since you know I'm young at heart.
As he unwittingly transfers his hoarding habits into a virtual environment, his bedroom
wow.
in Animal Crossing closely replicates his real-life counterpart. Chris goes outside and comes across several characters who all seem to run back indoors at the very sight of him.
Around here, I want to show you my favorite character that I kind of got to know it from the start. Oop, she just went in. There's Anna Cootie. She just went in. There's
What are
Elmer.
the
He just went in.
He then travels
what
to
are
his
the
house on
chances?
Quickville Island to reveal that he mostly uses the property for extra storage.
I use mine as storage for the extra items I don't have room
What
for
are the chances?
at home. But anyway, for the submission of Nintendo Power, this has been a documentary narrated by Christian Weston Chandler. Thank you very much, and I hope that you will consider this for publication. Bye now.
That is crazy.
Christian
is
started
crazy.
2004 with a New Year's resolution to find a girlfriend. On January 3rd, he drew a Sonichu comic strip, which also featured Rosechu and Black Sonichu. This was the first
Black
time he
Sonichu.
included his characters in an illustrated storytelling setting.
Here it is.
On
It's the
6th,
start of the
coincident eye
webcomic.
exam. The optometrist in question happened to be Dr. David Chandler, Chris's brother from Bob's first marriage, who informed him for the first time that he had an 8-year-old niece named Savannah, and a personal ad for himself, which was not unlike his attraction sign. Christian is a very shy and very thoughtful person and will only accept person-to-person encounters. When getting his attention, approach and say hi to him. Do not flirt from a distance. He will not be able to notice. To find Christian, he'll be wearing the Sonichu medallion.
I'll be doing this. I need to do this. I need to do this for myself to make sure people know how to approach me, to make sure the ladies know how to approach me, as always, because I need to make sure that.
In addition to posting a
That's such a
digital
stupid
copy
bit.
onto his website, he distributed printed copies of the newsletter around PVCC campus as an alternative to his attraction sign. This must have caught the attention of Mary Lee Walsh,
Oh, man.
who issued a cease and desist
Oh
order.
man! Wow.
In an email dated February 1st, Chris tried to settle out of court. Mary, I've slept on it, and I've realized that note hanging is not the way to get attention. And I don't really want to meet with either you nor Susan. No offense. I'll tell you what, let's forget the meeting, and if you will allow my newsletter to stay in distribution, I will do all of the following. I will never hang notes on the wall again. I'll consider stopping my silent treatment on Susan. I'll consider knocking you and Susan up my scale of respect, each by 2 points. 0 equals no respect, 10 equals respect.
Hey,
Walsh replied
base
and
email.
insisted that they meet the following week. On February 9th, Christian recounted the events of that meeting. Mary Lee Walsh made it illegal to distribute the news dash. I am very angry at that XXXXX. In response, I plan to incite the masses and hope they demand the return of the news dash so my chances on getting a girlfriend can be restored. I have also declared war on them as well.
Dude,
It was allegedly
Christian for
during this
president.
meeting where he
Why
performed
they-
his cursed 𝙳ዐαμեհա attack,
Oh.
which consisted of Chris mimicking the hand motion of an attack
Wow.
move from the anime series Dragon Ball Z
Ball.
and cursing people into experiencing bad luck. However, it is not certain whether he was inspired by the original occurrence of the Kamehameha or its parody featured in another anime, Excel Saga, to which Chris has definitely been exposed. In March, Chris claimed that the kerfuffle concerning Walsh got his
That
parents upset
XXX.
too. That XXXXX Mary Lee Walsh got on my and my parents' nerves. All I'd been doing was trying to get a girlfriend. Is that too much to ask? I am very devastated due to my shattered heart that XXXXX caused unto me. My life sucks. Completely disregarding her
Period.
demands,
That's
he
hilarious.
published issue 3 of Sonichu's News Dash, with most
you
of the
know,
content themes
Christian
remaining
may be a lot
unaltered.
of things, but one thing
However,
he most
his
definitely is
requirements
a
for
writer.
a boyfriend-free girl were tweaked a little bit. He was now looking for 18 to 22-year-olds, since he had just turned 22 himself. In his blurb, I am a bit shy, but I would enjoy the company of a beautiful girl who likes some of the things I do. I also like to have
He's
fun
so
when I
desperate.
can, and I don't really
He's
like
so
to be alone.
desperate.
I graduated from high school on the honor roll, and I'm doing very well at PVCC. A lot of men make false promises to their girlfriends, but I am totally different. When it comes to what I can offer, I can seriously promise care, respect, empathy, and love. I think that most girls deserve the
help
world,
with this profile. Oh
do my
Lord!
best to
Hey,
give
I
it to
think it's a
them.
great profile. I
In
think
May
they have,
2004, he attended the anime Mid-Atlantic.
his intentions are clear. His intentions are clear. I don't see what's wrong.
In June, to celebrate the 24-year wedding anniversary of his parents, Chris made them a present, a dramatic retelling of the family's life via Animal Crossing. Through this videographic endeavor,
See,
he
this is
delves
so
deep
cute,
into the
man.
family's history.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Like, I don't think, like, I would never do something like this. Like, that's crazy. Like, he's very caring, and like, I don't know. I'm probably being way too empathetic about Chris, probably putting too much, not too much humanity, but I'm putting too much sympathy, giving too much sympathy to Chris. But I mean, these are very cute, like, sentiments. Like, I would never do something like this. I don't think, like, I would ever make, like, a PowerPoint presentation, hell, for, like, what, my parents' anniversary, man. My parents' anniversary is actually in a couple days, so, like, it's actually very soon. They're gonna do their own things, but it's none of my business. I don't know. I'll just it's I don't know. It's the humanity, it's the human aspect of it all that,
It's
like,
my little
interests
brother for
me.
y'all.
And, like, the fact that it's all documented. It's crazy, Chris Chan's life.
Here in Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. About how y'all were and how you are now and so forth. So take a trip back in time with me, won't you? As we explore how each of you were. Of course, first we'll travel back in time to the time of good old Robert Franklin Chandler Jr. He was a hip youngster back in his day. Let's take a look inside his chateau and see what describes him as him. He collects records, and he's got lots of them. He's got so many shelves. He likes call him a record case.
So this is Bob. W is.
Bob, do you take this woman to be lovely wed wife, to love and hold and cherish and to honor? I do. And you, Barbara, take this man to be a lawfully wedded husband, to love and cherish and to honor forever? I do. I now pronounce you man and wife, you may kiss the bride. Whoopee!
After reenacting their wedding,
W.
Christian introduces himself into the picture.
But anyway, when first comes love, then comes marriage, then they come along with their baby carriage, and that's where I came in. Born in February 1982 was me.
Wow.
He gives himself a tour of his own room
So anyway, this is my bedroom.
and then returns to Bob's room.
As a little retribution for how things were, we're gonna play a little number on the jukebox here. But since we don't have side by side on recording, we're gonna play Sitting Under the Apple Tree.
He just
He
plays the
proceeds to
song.
let the 1942 song
Yeah.
Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree play in full.
Where are these videos uploaded, man? Like, where did people find these videos? Like, where did he have them uploaded? Because YouTube wasn't a thing by then, I believe. This is what, 2004? YouTube is maybe barely coming in.
Coming up next.
The video cuts to a drawing made with Mario paint, which says, "To Mom and Dad, happy anniversary. Thank you both for my birth. Love, Christian C."
Like, it's so nice, man. It's so...
In July, Chris began going to the Charlottesville Fashion Square, attraction sign in hand, to seek out fellow mates.
Biz, I
Evidently,
gotta do
his
this.
current practice
Headed
did not
to the
yield
mall.
promising results.
I'm gonna be
As
heading
in a
to the
diary
mall
entry
next.
dated August 1st, he announced, "Well, it's another month. Still no girlfriend." But in August, Chris shifted focus away from Pokemon and centered his attention on Yu-Gi-Oh!, a similarly themed card
I was
game.
never really into
He began
Yu-Gi-Oh!
making
either.
his own custom cards and attended his
Sonic
first
2.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Virgin
tournament
with
at the
Rage.
game place, where he met Megan Schroeder. Over the months of getting to know Megan, I grew fond of her. Although
Dude,
at
she
that time,
looks so uncomfortable there, man. She looks so uncomfortable in that picture with him. Like, oh man, she looks. Oh,
and
that
up
looks.
to
So,
now,
look at the
she
Sonic 2
wasn't
medallion.
interested in a lovely relationship. I've bided to her wishes and requests. I am truly fond of her. Since he and Megan had Yu-Gi-Oh as a common interest, Christian only intensified his obsession with the game, creating more and more custom Yu-Gi-Oh cards, with one depicting Crystal, Christian's make-believe female twin. He also designed a girlfriend's gift card, on which the illustrated girlfriend looks suspiciously like the sister. On September 4th, Christian reflected on his love quest so far. While I was at the mall for
Hey,
the
I'm
8th
almost
week
born.
today,
I'm almost
I
gonna be
realized something.
born.
Since I have been using a sign to state my being single and lonesome towards an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free woman, I, in the event, was trying to sell myself like a new car. 2 days later, Chris's love quest was interrupted by a jerk cop. I told that jerk cop off when I pulled some of my fun cards and told my lonesome virgin story, intimidated him, and shouted no into his face. In short, today was my Independence Day, but I am still alone. On September 11th, his search for love took a turn for the worst. I was not bothering anyone at the mall today while I was trying to sell
He's
myself.
just hanging out at the
when I
mall
got
every
arrested
single
for
day. That's
trying.
crazy.
I fortunately did not go to jail.
He got
I have been
arrested?
stripped of my right to go to the mall by myself. I would be required to bring my mom or dad with me.
Wow.
My independence and my soul were practically murdered. Chris's run of misfortune climaxed when only 5 days later, the school board of PVCC suspended him for 1 year. My dad is bloodthirsty for revenge as well. He's going to write to US President George W. Bush Jr. and Laura Bush to help me get allowed back to PVCC. We all cursed to death upon that XXXXX Mary Lee Walsh.
He's just like
In
me, for real.
conjunction
He's
with his
just like me.
suspension, he was required to take anger management classes,
Aw.
get a psychological
Never
evaluation,
mind.
and receive social skills counseling. Mr. Chandler says that since finishing high school and starting at PVCC in the year 2000, he has had an increasing interest in a female companion.
These writings are
His
so
attempts at this
interesting,
ultimately
man. 'Cause
led
they're
to his
basically little
suspension
like
from college.
biographies.
His attempt took the form of a
Boyfriend-free
sign,
girl is my
which he
new
placed
favorite
next to
label.
himself while sitting in the lobby at Piedmont.
Like, no need
This sign
to
was a
call
list of
people single anymore.
qualifications
Just
that a
boyfriend-free
potential
girl.
girlfriend would have. He said that he has been very frustrated by his inability to find a girlfriend, and he suffers from noviophobia.
Like all of this
This
information
refers to his
is so
frustration that females
interesting.
often tell him that they already have a boyfriend. While he does have physical attraction towards females, his primary frustration is with his lack of companionship.